Welcome to Tungal College online classes. Hello students, how are you all? Today I am going to start another chapter of organic chemistry, aldehydes, ketones and carboxylic acids. The weightage of the chapter in second PUC chemistry examination is 8 marks. You will get 8 marks from the chapter and you will get 3 questions. One question carries 1 mark, one mark question and one 2 mark question and one 5 mark question. One question carries 1 mark and one question carries 2 marks and one question carries 5 marks. The total weightage of the chapter is 8 marks. Now let us look into the what is aldehydes, ketones and carboxylic acids. C double bond O functional group, carbon oxygen double bond. The carbon oxygen double bond functional group is called as a carbonyl group. This group is called as carbonyl group. The carbon oxygen double bond functional group is called as a carbonyl group. The compounds which contain a carbonyl group are called as carbonyl compounds. Example aldehydes, ketones. Now let us look into the some compounds containing carbonyl functional group. The first one I am taking a C double bond O H. This one I am taking R. This is nothing but carbon, you can imagine. Then C double bond H. The carbonyl functional group attached to the hydrogen and one side is carbon you can take. Then these compounds are called as aldehydes. These compounds are called as aldehydes. The carbonyl functional group attached to bonded to hydrogen. So they are aldehydes. Carbonyl functional group both side attached to the carbon only. So both side attached to this carbonyl functional group attached to the both side carbon like this C double bond O C and C. The carbonyl functional group attached to both side carbon, we have to call them as ketones. Ketones. Simply carbonyl functional group bonded to carbons, we have to call them as ketones. Carbonyl functional group C double bond O bonded to oxygen. Bonded to oxygen, we have to call them as carboxylic acids and their derivatives. If carbonyl functional group bonded to OH, this O oxygen attached bonded to hydrogen, then we have to call it as carboxylic acids. Carboxylic acids. Simply carbonyl functional group bonded to OH group, we have to call them as carboxylic acids. Next, carbonyl functional group or C double bond O, I am removing this hydrogen. In the place of hydrogen, I am placing alkyl group can take. So carbonyl group attached to the oxygen and this hydrogen are repelling, in the place of hydrogen placing R. These we have to call as esters. These are called as esters. Esters are the derivative of carboxylic acids. If you remove this hydrogen from the carboxylic acid, substitute R, alkyl group. So hydrogen is substituted by this, hydrogen is replaced by this R, resulting species we are getting is ester. So esters are the derivatives of carboxylic acids. So simply carbonyl group is bonded to OR group, we have to call them as esters. Another one I am taking RC double bond O C double bond OR. So these if you remove this hydrogen from the carboxylic acid and substitute OC double bond OR, these are called as acid anhydrides. Acid anhydrides. These acid anhydrides are also the derivatives of carboxylic acids. So ester and acid anhydrides are the derivatives of carboxylic acid. So that carbonyl group attached to the oxygen gives carboxylic acid and their derivatives. Here is also carbonyl group attached to oxygen. Here also carbonyl group attached to oxygen. So carbonyl group is bonded to oxygen, gives carboxylic acids and their derivatives. They are carboxylic acids, esters and acid anhydrides. So this is some compounds. Now look at I am taking R C double bond O NH2. Carbonyl group is bonded to nitrogen. In this case I am taking NH2. carbonyl group is bonded to NH2, we have to call these compounds as amides. These compounds are amides. Carbonyl group is bonded to nitrogen are called as amides. Carbonyl group or C double bond O bonded to X. This X may we can take as halogen. X is equal to halogen. X is equal to halogen. Carbonyl group is bonded to X halogen. We have to call them as acyl halides. Acyl halides. So these are the some compounds which contains a carbonyl functional group. The first one is aldehydes. Aldehydes to the carbonyl group, one side is hydrogen, carbonyl group is bonded to hydrogen, and the side you can take carbon aldehydes. If you take formaldehyde, both sides we have to take as hydrogen, and carbonyl group is bonded to both sides. These bonds are carbons only. Here is the carbon, here also carbon. We have to call them as a ketone. Carbonyl group is bonded to OH group, carboxylic acids. Carbonyl group is bonded to O, and this H is replaced by R, alkyl group or acyl group. We will get esters as well as acid derivatives. So esters and acid derivatives are we can take as a esters and acid anhydride taken as a derivatives of carboxylic acid. Simply, so carbonyl group is bonded to oxygen in these three cases. Now carbonyl group is bonded to nitrogen. Here I am taking NaH. We have to call them as amides, and carbonyl group is bonded to halogens. We have to call them as acyl halides. So these are the some compounds which contains carbonyl functional group. Now we will discuss about aldehydes and ketones as a separator, and carboxylic I will take as a separator. So in our discussion in the class, I will take aldehydes and ketones, I will discuss together. Aldehydes and ketones I will discuss together, and carboxylic acids I will discuss separately after completion of aldehydes and ketones. Now we will start with aldehydes and ketones. I already gave introduction. Aldehydes and ketones nothing but carbonyl group is bonded to hydrogen. We have to call as aldehydes. Carbonyl group is bonded to carbons both sides. We have to call them as ketones. Now we will discuss aldehydes and ketones. Nomenclature of aldehydes and ketones. There are two systems of nomenclatures. One is a common system and the second one is IUPAC system. Now let us discuss one by one in detail. First one is a common system. Simply common names. Common names of aldehydes. First we will discuss common names of aldehyde, then we will discuss common names for ketones. So we have to follow certain rules. The first one is the common names of aldehydes are derived from the common names of carboxylic acids by replacing ending ic acid with aldehydes. Let us write the sentence. The common names of aldehyde are derived. The common names of aldehydes are derived from common names of carboxylic acids. Common names of carboxylic acids. Aldehydes are names, common names of aldehydes deriving from common names of carboxylic acids by replacing ending ic acid. Ending ic acid with aldehyde. So this is the first rule we have to follow. Then second one is the location of substance in a chain is indicated by the Greek letters alpha, beta, gamma, etc. The location of substance in a carbon chain is indicated by Greek letters, alpha, beta, gamma, etc. So these are the rules and regulations we have to follow to write the common names of aldehydes. So now let us take some examples. I am taking an example of HCHO. So the first example is HCHO. So this is name of this compound is formaldehyde. Actually we will take formic acid HCOOH. This is called as a formic acid, carboxylic acid. Formic acid. The name of this compound is formic acid. So if we have to derive the common names of aldehydes are derived from common names of carboxylic acids by ending replacing ending ic acid with aldehyde. Here ic acid is there, formic acid, this ic acid we have to replace. This ic acid we have to replace by adding the end with aldehyde. We have to write at the end aldehyde. This name is we have written ALDEHYD, aldehyde. Then what is the name of this compound? Formaldehyde. The common name of this compound is formaldehyde. The CHO group is called as aldehyde function group. Aldehyde function group can simply show by the CHO function group. This group is called as aldehyde function group. CHO group is a aldehyde function group. This is the name of this compound is formaldehyde. Then I am taking one more example of CH3CHO. This is aldehyde I took. First we have to take to write the common name. First we have to take carboxylic acid. The carboxylic acid is CH3COOH. So this is a carboxylic acid function group. COOH is a carboxylic acid function group. The name of this compound is 2 carbons either we have to write as acetic acid. The name of this compound is common name is acetic acid. Then what we have to do is we have to remove this ic acid from this carboxylic acid and we have to write at the end aldehyde. The name of this compound is acetaldehyde. The name of this compound is acetaldehyde. So this compound name of this aldehyde derived from carboxylic acid. I am taking one more example of CH3CH2COOH. This is called as propionic acid. Propionic acid. Then what is the compound we can based on this? CH3, CH2, CHO. Then what is the name of the compound we can expect? What we have to do? We have to remove this ic acid. Then we have to add aldehyde. We have to add aldehyde. Then what is the name of this compound is propional aldehyde. Propionaldehyde. The name of this compound is propionaldehyde. I think got what is the first rule. What is the common names of aldehydes are derived from common names of carboxylic acids by replacing end ic acid with aldehyde. And coming to the second, location of substance in a carbon chain is indicated by Greek letters alpha, beta, gamma, etc. Suppose I am taking this compound. This compound I am taking CH3, CH2, CHO. CH3, CH2, CHO. So this is the carbon function group. This we have to call as alpha carbon. This is the function group. Next carbon we have to call as alpha carbon. The next carbon is called as beta carbon. Suppose upon this carbon there is some methyl group is present. Imagine there is a methyl group present at this carbon. Then what is the name of this compound? So while writing its common name, we have to take this as we have to write to its prefix. Then at alpha carbon methyl is there. Then what is the name? Alpha methyl. Then 1, 2, 3 nothing but he already wrote common name is there, propionaldehyde. The name of this compound is alpha methyl propionaldehyde. Suppose I am taking one more compound CH3 CH2 CHO, and here is I'm labeling as a Br group is present. Here is the Br is present. Then what is the name of this compound? This is alpha carbon and this is what? Beta carbon. This is alpha carbon, this is the beta carbon. Then what is the name we can expect? At beta carbon, what is the group is present? Bromine. Substituent is bromine. The name is beta bromo 1, 2, 3. Nothing but here already wrote common name is there, propionaldehyde. Propionaldehyde. So this is the beta bromo propionaldehyde. What is the point is the location of substance in a chain. So this is the chain. This is the chain. In chain, the position of the substance in a chain is indicated by adding Greek letters alpha, beta, gamma. So the position of substance are indicated by using Greek letters alpha, beta, gamma, delta, etc. So these are the rules to write the common names of aldehydes. Next one is common names of ketones, and I already gave the rules for how to write the common names of ketones. So according to these rules we have to write the common names. I am taking an example CH3 C double bond O CH3. This is the compound. So what is the common name of this compound? I already said this is the carbonyl group. Carbonyl group bonded to two carbons we have to call as a ketone. This is the ketone. So how to write the common name of this ketone? The common names of ketones are derived by naming two alkyl group or aryl groups bonded to a carbonyl group. Simply we have to write the alkyl groups bonded to a carbonyl group and we have to end the name of the compound with ketone. And this is what is the name of this alkyl group? Methyl. So this is methyl. This is also what is a common name? This is also a methyl. Both are methyl. How many is there? Two methyl groups are bonded to carbonyl group. So two is in sense we have to write a dimethyl ketone. The name of this compound is dimethyl ketone. I am taking another example CH3 CH2 C double bond O CH2 CH3. This example I took. Then what is the common name of this compound? This group is called as CH2CH3, nothing but C2H5. This group is ethyl, already we discussed previous. So what is the name of this compound? Diethyl, and at end we have to write the end of we have to end the name of the compound with the ketone. So this is a diethyl ketone. If two alkyl groups are different will be there. Suppose I am taking an example CH3 C double bond O CH2 CH3. Then what is the name of this compound? This is a methyl group, this is a ethyl group. Then methyl group is present, ethyl group is present. In such case we have to write in a alphabetical order. So this is start with M, methyl is start with M, ethyl start with E. In alphabetical order, first what we have to write? E we have to write first, then we have to write me. The name of the compound we have to end with ketone. The name is ethyl methyl ketone. The name of this compound is ethyl methyl ketone. Next I am taking one more example CH3 C double bond O CH2 CH3. So what is the common name of this compound? This is methyl. The start with M, methyl. This is what? Propyl. This will be start with propyl. So one more thing is here is all carbons are in a straight chain. So it is not when all carbons are in a straight chain we have to use the term N. Then N propyl. First what we have to write? M we have to write methyl. Then we have to write propyl. 1, 2, 3 carbons is there. N propyl, methyl N propyl. Then this is at the end we have to write ketone. The name of this compound is methyl N propyl ketone. Then I am taking second rule. Location of substance are indicated by Greek letters alpha, alpha dash, beta, beta dash, etc., gamma, gamma dash, etc. Beginning with the carbon atom X to the carbonyl group indicated as alpha, alpha dash. So I'm taking an example of CH3, C double bond O, CH2, CH3. I'm taking here is CH2, here is this is the CH3, this I'm labeling as a CH3, same molecule. Right, what is the name of this compound? And one more thing, I'm taking substituent. We have to take here is substituent. Bromine is present at this carbon. This is the carbonyl functional group. To this carbonyl functional group, next to two carbons. These two carbons are called as this is alpha. This is also alpha. To differentiate alpha, we are labeling as alpha dash. Alpha dash. First carbon is alpha and next this carbon is alpha dash next to carbonyl group. These two carbons next to carbonyl group. And the next carbon is called as beta. This carbon is called as beta. If carbon is here, we have to write beta dash. Next is gamma dash. So the point is to the carbonyl group, next to two carbons are alpha carbons, alpha dash. Then next two carbons are beta dash, gamma dash. So this is the rule. So indicate by alpha dash, beta dash, etc. And beginning with the carbon atom next to the carbonyl group is indicated by as alpha dash. Now what is the name of this compound? Alpha carbon, there is a bromine. So we have to, this will be taken as what? CH. This is nothing but ethyl. Ethyl, E will be there. This is start with what? M. So this will be start simply, this start with E, this start with M. Then to this ethyl group, actually one hydrogen is missed. To these two carbons, bromine is attached. Which position? Alpha position. Then first we have to write alpha bromo. Then on alphabetical order, E will come first, then M. Then alpha bromo, ethyl, methyl, alpha bromo, ethyl, methyl. Then name is end with the ketone. The name of this compound is alpha bromo, ethyl, methyl, ketone. So this is the second rule. Alkyl phenyl ketones are usually named by adding a acyl group or prefixes to the phenol. Alkyl phenyl ketones are usually named by adding a acyl group as a prefix to the phenol. This point remember. Name of the compound we have to end with phenol. And to this we have to prefix, what we have to write is a acyl group. Acyl group we have to write as a prefix. Let us take one example for a better understanding. I am taking example. This is a benzene ring. Upon the benzene ring, C double bond O CH3. This is the molecule is given to you. What is the common name of this molecule? So this is nothing but CH3 C double bond O aceto. So CH3 C double bond O OH is a acetic acid. This group you are calling as SL group, nothing but aceto. Aceto group we have to write with the phenol. The name of this compound is acetophenone. So SL group is prefixed. SL group is this is SL group is prefixed to phenone, acetophenone. Then I am taking one more example. Here I am writing C double bond O CH2 CH3. So C double bond O CH2 CH3. This is the SL group. To this we have to add propio. This is 1, 2, 3 in a sense. Propio, and we have to write as a phenone. This SL group is prefixed to phenone. The name of this compound is propiophenone. And I am taking one more example. I am writing here. C double bond O benzene ring will be there. So this is to the phenone we have to write benzophenone. So simply if you look at all these names, phenone, here also ended with the phenone, here also ended with the phenone. Then the phenone we have, name of the compound we have to end with the phenone. What is the alkyl phenyl ketones are usually named by adding a acyl group, as a prefix to the phenone. To the phenone we add here is acyl group is aceto. Here is propiophenone. So here is propiophenone. Here is benzophenone. So to the phenone we have to add a SL group. This is a SL group is a prefix to the phenone. So this is a common names of ketones. Next topic is IUPAC names of aldehydes and ketones. I already listed some rules and regulations how to write the IUPAC names of aldehydes and ketones. So let us discuss IUPAC names of the compounds. I am taking an example, HCHO. So this is aldehyde. How do you write the name of this compound? Then first we have to write a CH4. Only one carbon is there. One carbon sense we have to write it as a methane. The name of this compound is methane. Then what is the rule is IUPAC names of aldehydes and ketones are derived from corresponding alkanes. We have to derive the names of the aldehydes and ketones from corresponding alkanes by replacing E. Listen this point. Replacing E with al and one respectively. In the case of aldehydes, we have to write al. E is replaced by al, and in the case of ketones, E is replaced by one. What is this meaning is, this is the alkane, and I am removing this E. In the place of E, I am writing al for case of aldehydes. If it is ketones, we have to write to one. First we will discuss aldehydes. So HCHO, this is only one carbon, methane, and E is replaced by al. Then the name of this compound is methanol. The name of compound is methanol. E of alkane is replaced by al. The compound name will become methanol. I can take one more example, CH3CHO. What is the name of this compound? Two carbons is there. Two carbons in the sense what we have tried ethane. Two carbons in the sense we have tried ethane. Isn't it? E have to remove. From ethane, E we have to remove. Then we have to add al at the end. Then the name of this compound is ethanol. Ethanol. If we wrote to ol, that will become alcohol. In the case of alcohol, we will write ol. Ol is for alcohol. For alcohol, we are using ol. For aldehydes, we will use end with al. For aldehydes, we have to end with al. For alcohols, we have to end with ol. Both are different. This is ethanol. I am taking one more example. CH3, CH2, CHO. Then what is the name of this compound? Then 1, 2, 3. 3 carbons in propane. 3 carbons is propane. 4 carbons is butane, pentane, and so on. 1, 2, 3, 4 carbons, 3 carbons of propane. E have to remove. Then what we have to write? Propanol. So propane, we have to remove this E and we have to write al. The name of this compound is propanol. So this is the first rule in the case of aldehydes. IUPAC names of aldehydes and ketones derived from the names of corresponding alkanes by replacing E with al for aldehydes and E with ketones, with one by ketones. Now let us take some more compounds. Suppose I am taking a CH3, CHO. For this molecule, there is a branching. Here is one branching is there. So how do you write the name of this compound? This one I am labeling as number 1. So what is, even though this is the functional group, this functional group carbon will get the lowest possible number. So the functional group has a carbon, so that carbon will get the lowest number. This is the number 1. This is the number 2, and this is number 3. What is the name of this compound? 1, 2, 3. 3 in the sense we have to write a propane, and this we have to end with al, propanol. At second position, what is the substance? Is that the substance we have to arrange in a alphabetical order. The name of this compound is 2-methyl propanol. The name of this compound is 2-methyl propanol. I am taking one more compound, CH2CHO. This is the compound. Then what is the name of this compound? How do you write it? Then where is the functional group is there? That functional group carbon will get lowest possible number. This is number 1, this is number 2, this is number 3, this is number 4, this is number 5. Then what is the name of the compound? At the third position what we have is ethyl group is there. At fourth position what we have is methyl group is there. Then number of carbons in a chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I already said the carbon, the functional group contain carbon. This carbon will get the lowest number. This carbon will get the lowest number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The name is 3 ethyl, 4 methyl, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pentanol. So name is 3 ethyl, 4 methyl, 3 ethyl, 4 methyl pentanol. Actually we have to write pentane, E we have to replace it by all, Al, all. I am taking one more example. CH3 Br CH CHO CH3. Then what is the name of this compound? So how do you give numbering to it? Then this is actually straight chain, but this do not have any functional group. The functional group CHO is present here. This carbon is the number 1. I already said the functional group containing a carbon, that carbon is number 1 always. Number 1. This is the number 2. Number 3, number 4. We have to select the longest carbon chain. Numbering is given the carbon chain so that in such a way that the functional group get the lowest possible number. So we have to give numbering to the carbon chain in such a way that functional group get the lowest possible number. I am giving number 1 to the carbon. Actually functional group get lowest number. Then what is the name of this compound? At third position what you have is bromine is there. At second position what you have is there? Methyl is there. And what is the name of this compound? To an alphabetical order, this will be start with B, this start with M. The name of this compound is 3-bromo, then 2-methyl, 3-bromo, 2-methyl, 1, 2, 3, 4 carbons. 4 carbons since we have to write butanol, simply butanol. 3-bromo, 2-methyl, second position methyl group is the 2-methyl butanol. So this is the name of that compound. Now we will take some ketones. CH3, CH2, C double bond O, CH3. This is the compound is given to you. So what is the name of this compound? And we have to give numbering to the chain. So we have to select longest carbon chain. To that longest carbon chain we have to give numbering. So this is the chain. And the chain must contain a functional group. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the functional group is getting a third number from this direction. I am giving this direction 1, 2, 3, 4. The functional group is getting a second number. So which direction numbering is correct? This is the correct and this is incorrect. What is the name of this compound? First check the how many number of carbons is there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 in the sense what we have to write? Butane. So butane, E we have to remove and we have to add one. So butane, one we have to write. I am removing this E. I will rewrite. Then where the functional group is present? At a second position. The name of this compound is E we have to remove. In the place of E we have to write on. The name is butane. Butane, E I removed. At second position one is there. So the name of this compound is butane 2-on. I will take one more example for better understanding. CH3, CH2, C double bond O, CH2, CH3. Look at this example. In this case, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carbons is there. And all are present. I didn't take any substituent. 5 carbons. I took the all carbons in a straight chain. Then now give numbering 1, 2, 3. In this direction, functional group is getting third position. In this direction, 1, 2, 3. In this direction, functional group is getting third position. Any direction numbering is correct, no problem. Then what is the name of this compound? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 in the sense we have to write what? Pentane. So E we have to remove and we have to write a ketonic functional group. So I am removing E. In the place of E I am writing at which position? At third position. 3 O. The name of this compound is pentan 3-O. This is ketone. So let us take some substituents upon this compound. I am taking an example of CH3, CH2, C double bond O, CHBr, and I am labeling here is a CH3 will be there. Then we have to give numbering to this compound. So any direction we have to give numbering to this compound. The functional group is getting third position. Here is 3. Here also will be getting 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. But if we give numbering from this direction, even the substituent also is getting lowest number, second position. So this numbering is correct when compared to this numbering. Here is functional grouping getting a same position if in any direction, that's no problem. But if you give numbering this direction, there is no function, there is a substituent here. But if you give numbering from this direction, there is a substituent at second position bromine. So the substituents also try to give the numbering to the carbon chain in such a way that even substituents also try to get lowest possible number. First we have to check functional group only. The functional group of checking, we have to check remaining any substance is there. To that substance also we have to get a lowest possible number. Then what is the name of this compound? Name of this compound is at second position what we have is bromine. The name is 2-bromo 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pentan at which position? Third position. Pentan 3-one. Pentan 3-one. This is an IUPAC name of this compound. I am taking some other substituents. CH3, CH3, CH2, CH3, C double bond O, CH3. C double bond O, CH3. So this is a compound is given to you. First we have to select longest carbon chain. We have to select longest carbon chain. Then we have to give numbering to this carbon chain from one end to another end. The functional group will always get lowest possible number. The numbering is given to the carbon chain in such a way that functional group get lowest possible number. The functional group will get lowest possible number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So functional group is getting number 4 from this direction. 1, 2, this is 3, 4, and this is 5. From this direction, functional group is getting a second number. Then what is the name of the compound we can expect from it? The name of this compound is, and one more thing is, here is one substituent is there, here is another substituent, two substituents present in this molecule. So we have to find, we have to find out the location of the substituent. At which position? 1, 2, 3, third position one substituent. This is what? Ethyl substituent start with E, and at fourth position we have methyl start with M. In alphabetical order, E will come first, then M. Then write the name of this compound. What is the name? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At third position, 3-ethyl. At fourth position, what we have? Methyl, 4-methyl, 3-ethyl, 4-methyl, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pentan. At which position ketonic functional group is there? At second position. Pentan 2-one. So this is the name of this compound. Name of this compound is 3-ethyl 4-methyl pentan 2-one. Simply we arrange the substituent in a alphabetical order and we give the lowest possible number to the functional group, and we have to end the name of the compound with one because it is ketone. In the case of aldehydes we have to end with al. In the case of ketones we have to end with one. Next I am taking some cyclic compounds. For example, upon the ring CHO group is present. This is the compound is given to you. So what is the name of this compound? So look at the rule. When aldehyde group is attached to a ring, the suffix carbaldehyde, this is the key point. The suffix carbaldehyde is added after the full name of cycloalkane. So first we have to write the full name of cycloalkane, then we have to add the name this one we have to add carbaldehyde. To the full name of cycloalkane we have to add a carbaldehyde. Now look at this. This is cyclohexane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 carbons is there. The name of this compound is cyclohexane. To this full name we have to add what? Carbaldehyde. The name is cyclohexane cyclohexane carbon, cyclohexane carbaldehyde. Next I'm taking one more molecule for better understanding. This is the compound is given to you. Then what is the name of this compound? So this is 1 2 3 4 5 carbons is there. Then we have to call it as a cyclopentane. Cyclopentane. To the cyclopentane we have to add a carbaldehyde. Cyclopentane carbaldehyde. Suppose any substance will be present upon this molecule. I'm taking one example. Suppose I'm taking here is a CHO group is present, here is methyl group is present. What is the name of this compound? Where the CHO group is present, that compound will be, carbon is given as number 1. Actually we are giving this carbon as a number 1, but it ring, that aldehyde group is present on the ring, where it is attached to the ring, that carbon is given as a number 1. This is number 1 and this is number 2, this is number 3 in this direction. This is anti-clockwise. Give the numbering in a clockwise. This is 2, this is 3, this is the 4 and this is the 5. In a clockwise direction you are getting a methyl group at a 5th position, but anti-clockwise direction you are getting at 3rd position. So we have to give numbering to the chain in such a way that the substituent will get the lowest number. I think got what I mean is 1 2 3, the substituent is getting a lowest possible number. So what is the name of this compound is at 3rd position we have is methyl. So 3-methyl cyclohexane carbaldehyde already is there. Cyclohexane carbaldehyde. Suppose I am taking some ketonic ring contain ketonic function group. Double bond O. This is the compound is given to you. So what is the name of this compound? Ring contain 1 2 3 4 5. 5 will be there. This is a cyclopentane. Actually this is cyclopentane. We have it as a cyclopentanone. So we have to end the name of the compound with one. Cyclopentanone. I'm taking one more example. Double bond O. This is the compound is given to you. The name of this compound is number of ring contains how many carbons? 1 2 3 4 5 6. Cyclohexanone. Suppose any substance present upon this ring. Suppose imagine I'm taking example here itself. Here is double bond O. Here is CH3 group is present. Imagine CH3 group is present. This is the number 1 carbon. This is the number 2 carbon. And clockwise, anti-clockwise, we have to follow all explained here. Thus, which direction you are getting lowest number, that number we have to follow. This is at 2nd position methyl group is there. 2-methyl cyclohexanone. The name of the compound we have to end with one. So these are the some cyclic compounds of aldehydes and ketones.